Hi guys, welcome back to a new challenge, the Decades Challenge. So we're gonna for this challenge we start in the 1890s, which for the UK was the Victorian era. We were overseen by Queen Victoria with all her might. So I'm gonna go ahead and read some of the rules. So the only male heirs are allowed. It was very sexist back then, where the males did inherit everything. If there are no boys, then a woman's husband may inherit. Sims may only have a relationship and marry with the opposite gender. Sims may only marry their own ethnicity or race. They can only try for a baby because back in the 1890s there was no such thing as contraception. Teenagers cannot mess around, obviously, with the person they're going to marry. There's no electricity. Women have the more domestic role. They take care of the children, they tidy the house, they cook, but they can help tidy the garden and go jogging for fun. Men can only have the entertainer, doctor, or criminal career, but they can also stay at home and make money through woodworking, painting, or gardening. Sims cannot get a divorce unless there's adultery. If a woman is widowed, then she may earn money through painting, gardening, or woodworking. The elementary is mandatory, but high school is optional with an additional fee of 1,000 simoleons per teenager. I'm just going to go past the university because I don't feel like that's much needed around here. Female children move out once they are married. Only bathtubs, no showers. Cell phones are only allowed to invite people over to the house or to travel, which is going to be really hard because Sims like going on the phones all the time and it's just really irritating. If your Sims get sick, then you can give them medicine. They have to cure themselves naturally. There's no events but weddings. Every child born during this decade must be born at home, and they can only be fed through breastfeeding and not by a bottle. So they're the rules. I want to now show you my little family, the Smiths. There is a cute little backstory, a bit of a twisted past for Henry and Mary. So yeah. So this is Henry Smith, gorgeous blue eyes, brown hair. He comes from a very wealthy family. He's had the life of privilege. His father owned a very wealthy factory business, made tons of money. Henry's never had to want for anything, but his father did make him work in the factory as kind of a management position as he got older, just to get him in the mind of business, and obviously for Henry to inherit the business after his father's death. Henry is 19 years old. They've just got married 6 weeks ago, and a week after they got married, Henry's father died. He did drink a lot, which was normal back in the 1800s, but the only thing is Henry didn't realise he drank away his inheritance. So when it came to Henry knowing he's getting all this money and he's going to have the life of luxury, his father had just drank it all away, and he got a quarter of what he thought, and it was only enough to be able to create a house and a new farm, which realistically he's not happy about, as is quite lazy. He's outgoing, he's really romantic, he's really sweet towards Mary. They are a really good couple, and he's a collector through his aspiration of an angling ace. So we're going to see him fishing a lot in these series. So this is his wife Mary. Mary's 18 years old. She comes from a very working class background. Her mother was a seamstress. Her father worked on the farm. She always wanted a better life for her children, and she thought she was marrying into wealth. But her and Henry have been childhood sweethearts since they were 6 or 7 years old. They grew up next to each other. It was kind of a really romantic story. She's really domesticated. She loves children. She's the eldest of her mother's and father's children. So she was the first one married, now the house. She's very family orientated. She's an art lover. She loves to go to art galleries. She's very cheerful, so she's very happy about everything that she does in life. And she is domestic through her aspiration to have a big happy family, which of course would happen easily as the 1800s. You kind of had the average between 5 and 8 and 9 children. So let's get this one started. So as you can see, the house is quite small. They didn't start with a lot of money. I will go around. What's happened here, right? The house is just quite a Victorian household. I did struggle to find Victorian themes through CC, so if you do have any recommendations, please comment below and let me know. The house is just lit by candlelight with a basic stove and fridge. Living room with a nice rustic Victorian fireplace. And just moving on. And just the bed in the corner there, the small little dining table. So everything has to be of wood, and in accordance to the 1800s, the bathroom is outside. I'll fix that in a second. The bathroom is outside, which I've just realised I've got a bath shower, so I'm just going to change that up. So in realistic times, in the 1800s, people, even into the 1900s, people shared like the bath and toilet outside. It was like more of a community thing, which is really cool. But well, depending on how you view sharing bath water, would be that likelihood. But yeah, it's kind of something that's not really realistic to do in here, that everyone shares the same potty and showers. So we'll just see how it goes on that one. They can have their own. We can just pretend it's something that everyone's sharing. So I've just got a laundry basket just so she can do the washing outside in the wash tub, which is really cool. Like, I really like laundry day. I think it's so aesthetic. And we just got my little bin as well. Like, obviously it didn't work like that in the 1800s. People put all the rubbish outside on the streets, but again, not exactly the most realistic thing that we can do. So I'm going to start off. We're going to make Henry forage and get some frogs, maybe some things to start his farm. Like I said, they've been married for 6 weeks, so they've only just got themselves started. Usually in the 1800s, they would have had around 2 to 3 children already. So that's something we are going to look at starting straight away and picking up the pace of how many children that they do have. But there doesn't seem to be anywhere to forage, which is really annoying. I mean, I've moved into the city of Windenburg, which is quite hard to forage stuff in there. But Windenburg was more. It looks more like a Victorian city of London back in the 1800s. So that's why I've chosen it, rather than just sit up and build Newcrest, which I think is more of a modern platform anyway. So Henry is just going to go see his wife. He's done a bit of foraging, not really found that much. And yeah, I'm sorry about the people that are walking in modern day clothing. I did put some Victorian styled people in the neighbourhood, but obviously because of the way the game is, it's not happening. So they're currently trying for a baby. So we were no for a couple of days, as it's kind of there's no such thing as pregnancy test, which is going to be kind of annoying, having to wait a couple of days to see if she's pregnant or not. So I've just decided to get a few baby things ready for when a baby does come. All babies have to be born at home. They can't be born in a hospital, which is really sad because I'd love to do the whole birth certificate wall, but that's not going to happen because you have to go to hospital to generate them. Yeah, so I'm just getting the house ready for little toddlers, and eventually we will expand as and when we make more money off the farm and fishing. But for now, they've just got a really small Victorian house. I'm not sure if going through the generations they have to wait and say the heir has to stay at home until the parents die, so I'm not too sure on that one. But that's something I'll definitely have to look up for the next episode. So that's making babies. She's feeling very flirty, but she now has to start her day. Do the laundry. I don't know what happened in my game here. It seems like it really glitched, but it hasn't. So Mary's just running and she's like, oh, I've just had time of my life, now I have to do the laundry. Which I could imagine being a bit of a pain, just like straight after, but... So Mary, like I said previously, Mary is really domesticated. So she's got real strong arms and she's real used to doing all the laundry and looking after her siblings. So it's nothing different to her, but Henry's kind of like got that. I actually have to do something. I have to go out and earn the money. Whereas it was just his father that earned the money and his mother looked after him. He was very mommy coddled, so it was a very big shock to get married and move out. However, he did find a woman that was very like his mum, very, very affectionate, very domesticated, very much mumsy. So he's not got such a big change when it comes to his lifestyle. So Henry's making himself some food. I've just noticed the mailbox is there. I really should move that. Right, so I'm still just looking for anything he can farm with. Maybe do a bit of fishing, get his fishing skill up, so eventually he will be an angler. And he can make money through fishing and all that type. We've just got Mary just doing the washing. Like, this was their lives in the 1800s. It was that case of getting up early and doing the farms and going to work in factories, especially children. Children went to work as well, but in this we're going to kind of change it and make sure they go to elementary school and get good grades. The heir is going to take over his father's farm. The teenagers will help out. The children will get top grades. Like, we're going to make these quite successful, I hope. Yeah, so I just took a screenshot. He looks real content. He's on his own. He's just sat peace and quiet, and he knows what's coming. Like, he's got like 8 siblings, so he knows how how busy his family is going to be. So it's just relishing in what is going to be the last peaceful moments of his life. But I think he's looking forward to it personally. I think we're going to see him grow over where his children are going to be. Whereas I think Mary's going to be the best type of mum. I think she is going to struggle a little bit, but she's going to be their teachers, especially as toddlers. Mary's going to be quite hands-on at teaching them how to read and talk and walk, and potty train them. Which I'm not sure what happens with it, how they potty train back in the 1800s. So we'll just pretend it's like a hole in the ground. So Henry's on his way home from a long day of work, and then we've got this like modern day guy behind him, just cheerily on his way. But it's like, hey, dude, you look old. Yeah, so I've kind of like placed the house in the middle of nowhere, which is quite nice. It's not near anywhere, so it's quite farmish. Where like in London, it was more an industrial city. A lot of factories and things like that. But I kind of wanted him to be a farmer and an angler and go that way. So they're living out in the country. And so realistically, we could say that they live up in the north of the country, where, well, the countryside really, where it is farming and angling. And excuse my voice, a bit of hay fever. So Henry's eating his wife's food and he's going to go to bed. So we're going to stick them asleep. So they have to get up really early in the morning to start their day, around 4 or 5 a.m. hopefully, depending on what the needs are like. So one should. Oh, Mary's up first. So I really like this one. Oh, and she's feeling a bit nauseous. Brilliant. I think she is a pregger. I found this like nighttime underwear for her. I actually really do love it. So we're just gonna clean up and start our day by serving the husband breakfast, and then he'll get up and he'll eat and then start on the garden. It's a nice healthy breakfast of fruits. I don't really like the way it takes so long for them to cook. It really annoys me on the waiting time. But as you can see, Mary absolutely stinks, so it's like more than likely she hadn't had a bath in like 2-3 weeks, so it would be coming to her bath time. Henry's awake and just throwing his clothes on the floor as per usual because he is very lazy. And he's come to join his wife some food before he gets out. It's 9 a.m, so it is a little later than they would get up. And just I'm going to delete the lottery because that didn't exist in the 1800s. So they're just talking about how the day is going to go, what they're going to do. Henry's going to go off and go to the toilet, get a bath, and then hopefully start to go forage and make some money for his wife and future family. And Mary's just contemplating if she has to do the washing or how her day is going to go herself. She looks very sad lately, and I don't know why. I don't like it when Mary's sad because she's actually really happy, cheerful person. So they both absolutely reek, which is good. So I'm still looking around for foraging to see if I can find anything to start the farm off. And we just got a pink-haired girl there just destroying some leaves. I did start the season in spring as well, so we're going to get some mushrooms so we can have a mushroom plant. That's cool. We can start off, look for some frogs, sell them, make some money. What else is around? There's not much really in Windenberg, but it's so beautiful. I absolutely love this, playing in this city. It's just so rustic and oh, it's lovely. And yes, please ignore the electric barbecues. So right, so we can start on the farm, and we're going to start with mushrooms. So we're going to have like mushroom farming. Yeah, I don't know what's happening to my game here. It's not letting me place them down. It's just telling them to go there, which is really annoying. So now that we've got some stuff for Henry to farm, he can now get on with it and start his money maker. So it does take a bit of time for him to come, and he can sit and do that. Let's see what Mary's up to. I don't know what she is. Oh, I think she's cleaning some clothes. We'll stick the guppy in the fridge so I can eat it later or sell it later. Not too sure what I'm going to do as far as the fish yet. As we do have a bit of money left from his inheritance, so we're going to see how that one goes. So Mary's just catching up on her chores, taking the laundry, putting it away now that she's all happy. Henry can get back and do his farm. He's just being lazy and not doing it. Mary just looks so serious when she does it, like that is her forte. So washed out arms, so she's feeling a bit weary from washing everything, but it's alright, she'll get through it. So let's go clean up the kitchen before your husband gets annoyed. He's still in the bath. I hate how long these baths take when you have such a cheap bath. Oh, she's feeling a bit sick. Gonna take out the garbage. Needs to go to the toilet. I really wish I could take a pregnancy test because I would be having the baby by now and it's just not working. So it's not happening. So she's going to make some lunch for her and her husband, take out the trash and just get her needs up really, make sure she's quite happy during this pregnancy. Henry's nearly finished. The plants are looking really good. So we're just going to have like a presumable incoming wage. And this is how we're going to make our money. The farm is going to be a kind of inheritance for a couple of generations, especially till the Industrial Revolution around that area, and a bit further on till they can get actual modern jobs. So we're gonna see how it goes. So I'm really looking forward to playing with this family and seeing how they develop for all the ages and how they go. At the end, I'm going to show like the generations. And she's eating for two. Amazing. Oh, he's well happy about that. Yay, the first of the 1819s generation is on its way. Yes. So as I was saying before, at the end of this challenge, I'm going to have a picture of all the generations, and I'm going to just have it either on a wall or have it through their family tree on here and see what happens there and see the differences in the looks and things like that, really. So I'm going to leave it here while these two are just talking about how the day went. If you did like this episode, give it a cheeky thumbs up and subscribe for more. See ya!